All right. In under 7 years, man went from first flight to landing on the moon in just again under like a little under 70 years, and that's quite an incredible feat for human history. And it makes you wonder, like, hey, how is that possible? Well, my name is Paul Rodriguez, and I'm about to teach you the principles of flight today. Um, Whether you know it or not, you observe and witness flight almost every single day, whether you're on an airliner or you happen to look up and see a plane in the sky, or you see a bird flying from tree to tree. You're witnessing a very special phenomenon that still is kind of misunderstood even to this day by a lot of pilots. So first, I'm going to discuss with you the principles of flight. And I'm going to reference this book. It's called The Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge. And I can't see why we can't simplify this for you guys. So we have an airplane here. Think of Newton's third law of motion. For every force, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So for an airplane to even get in the air, it has to have something to propel it forward, usually a engine. And the force that we call to propel the aircraft forward is called thrust. And recalling Newton's third law of motion is opposed by drag. And again, we want an airplane to not stay on the ground. We want it to get up in the air. So lift is another component, is another force that allows the airplane to become airborne. But again, recalling Newton's third law of motion, weight is always acting against it. So when you see a bird or an airplane in the sky, know that these four forces of flight are always acting upon that aircraft. And so this brings me to my next topic. I'll put this down real quick. But angle of attack. And this goes off of the lift component also. So when you were a kid, we've all done this, where we roll down our window on the highway and we're going about like 55 miles per hour. We stick our hand out the window and put it flat like that. If you angle it, we find out if you angle it just a little bit, your hand's going to come up. That's basically the underlying reason why of angle attack. It allows the wing to produce more lift. And I'm going to bring this out again. And also, I'm going to reference this book, Stick and Rudder by Wolfgang Langewiesche. Because he does a great job of explaining how angle of attack plays such a prominent role in flying. And I'm going to read something that he said. At this very moment, thousands of men trying to fly are wasting tens of thousands of hours simply because they don't really understand how an airplane works. They lack one key thing that unlocks the art of flying. That is the angle of attack. So I just put wing here, but you can imagine this as your hand also. But the angle between the wind and the wing is that angle of attack right here. And think of it as the wing pushing the air down to climb higher. There's a thing called Bernoulli's principle, which is way too complicated. This is the more simplified version. Think of the wing pushing the air down to climb. So that's simplified angle of attack for you. And if you mention that to a pilot, they'll be very impressed with you. So that's good to know. Also, once you're up in the air, well, how do you control it? And that's very important. Again, I'm going to go back to Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge to reference that. And also, I'm going to use this model right here. So, unlike a car operates on the 2D plane. But an airplane operates in 3 dimensions. So, you have your vertical component going up and down. And then you have your longitudinal component, which goes parallel to the main body, the fuselage that we like to call it. And then we have our lateral axis, which goes parallel to the wings. So we have 3 primary control surfaces that we use to control those axes. I'm going to start with the vertical axis. it rotates this way, and the control that operates that axis is your rudder. It's on the back side of the airplane, and so it goes left and right, and it allows you to rotate on that axis. Also, on the next axis, we're going to go on the longitudinal. That allows you to roll. Oh, forgot on the other side. When you move like this with the rudder, that's called yaw. But for rotating on this axis, that's called roll. There's little control tabs on each end of the wing that allow you to turn. Those are called your ailerons. So now you know. And also, last but not least, your pitch, your rotation around the lateral axis. That is operated by these control tabs on the backside of the horizontal stabilizer, this whole thing. There's control tabs on the end of these, and those allow you to pitch the aircraft. Again, elevator and the need for lift, those are very essential to operating your aircraft. So this is a little condensed version of showing how an airplane is in flight. So today I've discussed the 4 principles of flight. Remember, thrust is opposed by drag, lift is opposed by weight. I've discussed the angle of attack, the angle at which the wind meets the wing to produce lift. And I've discussed all 3 flight controls. The aileron allows you to roll, the elevator allows you to pitch up and down, and the rudder allows you to move left and right along the vertical axis, so it helps you turn as well. So in the event that, hey, like, you know, let's just say like you're on a plane and something happens to the pilot, now you know what to do, so you can save the day and get the plane on the ground. So this is a little condensed course. I hope you guys enjoyed. A little food for thought. I had a quote for you guys. Once you've tasted, this is a quote by Wolfgang Langewiesche.